Good day everyone, seekers of clear skin and vibrant health. Welcome to my channel. This is not in a physical room, but in a shared space of intention. A space where frustration meets hope, where questions demand answers. If you are listening to this, chances are you, or someone you deeply care about, has been in a battle. A battle with your own reflection. A battle with acne. This isn't just about a few pimples. This is about confidence stolen before a big date, about job interviews where you hope the lighting is dim, about flinching from a camera or a compliment. I understand. I have walked that path with countless individuals, and I am here to tell you, with absolute certainty, that the path to clear skin is not a mysterious, unattainable dream. It is a journey back to fundamentals. A journey of understanding that your skin is not the problem, it is the messenger. And today, we are going to learn its language. For too long, we have been taught to declare war on our skin. We bombard it with harsh chemicals, dry it out with alcohol-based toners, and scrub it raw, treating it like an enemy to be conquered. This approach is not only misguided, it is a tragic failure to understand the profound wisdom of our own bodies. Acne is not an invasion. It is a distress signal. It is a cry for help from within, a visible sign of an internal imbalance. So, let us lay down our weapons and pick up a translator. Let's listen. The journey to clear skin naturally is a holistic one. It is built on 4 fundamental pillars that work in beautiful, synergistic harmony: the inner terrain of nutrition, the outer ecosystem of skincare, the rhythm of lifestyle, and the foundation of mindset. We will explore each of these in depth, not as isolated tips, but as interconnected parts of a whole, a symphony of health where your skin is the final, radiant note. Part 1. The inner terrain. You are what you absorb. Imagine your body as a magnificent, complex garden. Your skin is the flower that blooms on the surface. But the health of that flower is entirely dependent on the quality of the soil, the nutrients in the water, and the balance of the ecosystem beneath the earth. If you pour poison on the weeds, you may kill them temporarily, but you also poison the soil and weaken the flower. Instead, we must nourish the soil. We must make it so robust, so nutrient-rich, that it naturally supports healthy growth and crowds out the weeds. This is the essence of healing from the inside out. The single most powerful lever you can pull to transform your skin is your diet. The old myth that pizza and chocolate cause acne is a damaging oversimplification. The truth is more nuanced and far more empowering. It is not about specific bad foods, but about the overall impact of what you eat on 3 key internal processes: inflammation, blood sugar stability, and gut health. First, let's talk about inflammation. Acne is, at its core, an inflammatory disease. When a pore becomes clogged with dead skin cells and sebum, your skin's natural oil, it creates an environment where bacteria can thrive. Your immune system, in its wisdom, sees this as a threat and sends inflammatory cells to the site, resulting in the redness, swelling, and pain of a pimple. Therefore, our primary dietary goal is to become powerfully anti-inflammatory. This begins with sugar and refined carbohydrates. When you consume a donut, a sugary soda, a bag of white bread, or even a seemingly healthy fruit juice, your body experiences a rapid spike in blood sugar. To manage this surge, your pancreas releases a hormone called insulin. High levels of insulin are like throwing gasoline on the fire of acne. Insulin increases the production of skin cells, leading to more clogging of pores. It also stimulates your sebaceous glands to produce more oil, creating more fuel for the fire. Furthermore, these blood sugar spikes themselves are profoundly inflammatory. The goal is not to eliminate all carbohydrates, but to choose slow-burning, complex ones that release glucose gradually into your bloodstream. Think of swapping white rice for brown rice or quinoa, white bread for hearty whole-grain sourdough, and sugary snacks for a handful of berries or an apple with its fiber intact. Next, we must address the types of fats we consume. The modern diet is dangerously high in inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids, found abundantly in processed vegetable oils like soybean, corn, and sunflower oil, which are hidden in countless packaged foods, fried foods, and margarines. While we need some omega-6, the problem is the drastic imbalance with their peaceful cousins, the anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids. To restore balance, we must consciously reduce our intake of processed foods and actively increase our intake of omega-3s. The best sources are fatty fish like wild-caught salmon, sardines, and mackerel. For vegetarians, flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts are excellent sources. Consider a high-quality fish oil supplement as a therapeutic dose to calm inflammation from within. Now, let's journey to the very heart of your immune system and your health, your gut. 70% of your immune system resides in your gut. An unhealthy gut, often referred to as leaky gut, is a major driver of systemic inflammation. When the delicate lining of your intestines becomes compromised, it allows undigested food particles and toxins to seep into your bloodstream. Your immune system goes on high alert, leading to body-wide inflammation that inevitably manifests on your skin. The two greatest enemies of gut health are, once again, sugar and processed foods, which feed the harmful bacteria in your gut, and a lack of dietary fiber, which starves the beneficial bacteria. To heal your gut, you must become a master gardener for your internal microbiome. This means feeding the good bacteria with prebiotic fibers found in foods like garlic, onions, leeks, asparagus, bananas, and oats. It also means populating your gut with beneficial bacteria through probiotic-rich fermented foods. Incorporate unsweetened yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, and kombucha into your daily routine. Think of it as sending in a daily army of peacekeepers to restore order and calm to your internal terrain. Finally, we cannot talk about skin health without celebrating the building blocks of life, antioxidants and hydration. Your skin is constantly under attack from free radicals generated by stress, pollution, and even normal metabolism. These free radicals damage skin cells and contribute to inflammation. Antioxidants are the defenders that neutralize these attackers. Load your plate with a rainbow of colorful vegetables and fruits. The deep red of tomatoes, lycopene, the orange of sweet potatoes, beta-carotene, the green of spinach and kale, and the purple of blueberries and blackberries are all signs of powerful antioxidants at work. And water. Pure, simple, life-giving water. It is the river that carries nutrients to your skin cells and flushes out metabolic waste. It plumps up your skin cells, making them look fuller and helping to minimize the appearance of pores. Make water your primary beverage. Herbal teas, especially anti-inflammatory ones like green tea and spearmint tea, are wonderful additions. Part 2. The outer ecosystem: gentle care, not warfare. Now that we are nourishing the body from within, we can turn our attention to the surface with a new perspective. Our goal here is not to strip the skin bare, but to support its natural, intelligent functions. Your skin has its own ecosystem, a delicate balance of oil, bacteria, and cells that work in harmony when treated with respect. The cornerstone of this approach is a simple, consistent, and gentle routine. The first and most crucial step is cleansing. For decades, the message has been that oily, acne-prone skin needs to be squeaky clean, stripped of all oil. This is perhaps the most damaging advice ever given. When you use harsh, foaming cleansers with sulfates, you strip away your skin's natural protective lipid barrier. In a panic, your sebaceous glands receive a signal that the skin is too dry and under attack, so they go into overdrive, producing even more oil to compensate. You create a vicious cycle of stripping and overproduction. Instead, choose a gentle, low pH, cream or gel cleanser. It should leave your skin feeling soft and comfortable, not tight and squeaky. Cleanse no more than twice a day, morning and night. Over-cleansing is just as harmful as under-cleansing. Exfoliation is the process of removing dead skin cells from the surface. This is important because a buildup of dead cells is one of the primary factors that clog pores. However, the method of exfoliation is critical. Physical exfoliants, like gritty scrubs with nut shells or beads, can cause micro-tears in the skin, damaging the barrier and exacerbating inflammation. The gold standard for acne-prone skin is chemical exfoliation, specifically with alpha-hydroxy acids, AHAs, like glycolic acid and lactic acid, which work on the surface, and beta-hydroxy acid, BHA, which is salicylic acid. Salicylic acid is oil-soluble, meaning it can actually penetrate inside the pore to dissolve the mix of oil and dead skin cells that cause clogs. It is anti-inflammatory and truly brilliant for acne. But the key is gentle, consistent use. A leave-on BHA toner used a few times a week is far more effective and less irritating than a harsh scrub used once a week. After cleansing and exfoliating, it is imperative to restore moisture. This is non-negotiable, even for the oiliest skin. A damaged moisture barrier leads to inflammation, sensitivity, and yes, more oil production. When your skin is healthily hydrated, it is calm, resilient, and balanced. Look for lightweight, non-comedogenic, meaning it won't clog pores, moisturizers. Ingredients like hyaluronic acid, which can hold 1,000 times its weight in water, niacinamide, which is brilliant for reducing inflammation and regulating oil production, and ceramides, which repair the skin's protective barrier, are your best friends? Moisturizing is not an optional step for people with acne, it is a therapeutic necessity. Finally, we have the most debated step, natural remedies. While I always emphasize the primacy of internal health, some topical natural ingredients can be wonderfully supportive. Tea tree oil has well-researched antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties. It is important to never apply it neat, as it can be very irritating. Always dilute a few drops in a carrier oil like jojoba or rosehip seed oil, or use a product that has already formulated it at a safe concentration. Another superstar is green tea. Applying cold green tea as a toner or using skincare products containing green tea extract can soothe inflammation and provide antioxidant protection. Raw honey, particularly manuka honey, has natural antibacterial properties and is incredibly soothing. It can be used as a short mask. Remember, these are complements to a solid routine, not replacements for it. The most powerful natural remedy is the consistency and gentleness of your daily care. Part 3, the rhythm of lifestyle, the unseen forces on your skin. Your skin does not exist in a vacuum. It is profoundly influenced by the rhythms of your life, by how you move, how you rest, and what you expose it to. Two of the most powerful, yet most neglected, factors are sleep and stress. Let's talk about sleep. This is not passive downtime, it is an active state of repair and regeneration. While you sleep, your body enters a mode of deep restoration. Growth hormone is released, which stimulates collagen production and cell turnover. Inflammation is dialed down. Your body is quite literally cleaning house. When you shortchange yourself on sleep, you disrupt this vital process. Cortisol, your primary stress hormone, remains elevated. This leads to increased inflammation and can trigger greater oil production. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality, uninterrupted sleep per night. Make your bedroom a sanctuary for sleep, dark, cool, and free from electronic devices. This is not a luxury, it is a non-negotiable prescription for clear skin. Then there is stress. We have all felt it, the looming deadline, the personal conflict, and then, as if on cue, a massive, painful pimple emerges. This is not a coincidence. When you are stressed, your body releases cortisol and other stress hormones. These hormones, as we've seen, are pro-inflammatory. They also signal your sebaceous glands to produce more oil. It's a primitive fight-or-flight response that, in the modern world, manifests as acne. You cannot eliminate stress from your life, but you can absolutely change your response to it. This is where practices like mindfulness, meditation, and yoga become not just spiritual pursuits, but concrete skincare strategies. Even 10 minutes of deep breathing each day can lower cortisol levels. A daily walk in nature, without your phone, can work wonders. Find your release valve. Your skin will thank you for it. Another simple yet powerful lifestyle factor is what your skin touches. Your pillowcase. Think about it, you spend 6 to 9 hours with your face pressed against it every single night. If that pillowcase is coated in oil, dirt, and bacteria from the previous nights, you are essentially marinating your skin in a petri dish. Make it a habit to change your pillowcase at least twice a week, or even every other night if your acne is severe. The same goes for your phone screen. Wipe it down with an alcohol-free disinfectant daily. And perhaps the most important rule of all, do not pick, pop, or squeeze your pimples. I know the temptation is overwhelming. But when you pick, you are not just spreading the bacteria deeper into the skin, you are creating a much larger wound, significantly increasing inflammation, and dramatically raising the risk of permanent scarring. Scarring can take months or years to fade, while a pimple, left to its own devices, will heal in a matter of days. When you feel the urge to pick, apply a warm compress or a spot treatment with tea tree oil or salicylic acid instead. Show your skin patience and compassion. Part 4, The Foundation of Mindset, the Journey of Patience and Compassion. This final pillar may be the most important of all. Healing acne naturally is not a quick fix. It is a journey. It requires a fundamental shift from being at war with your body to becoming its greatest ally. You must cultivate patience. When you start to change your diet and your skincare routine, you will not see results overnight. In fact, you may experience what is known as a healing reaction or purging, where your skin seems to get worse before it gets better. This is often a sign that your new routine is accelerating cell turnover, bringing underlying clogs to the surface. This is a good sign, but it requires immense patience to push through. True healing takes time. It can take 3 to 6 months of consistent effort to see transformative results. Do not give up after 2 weeks. You must practice self-compassion. Beating yourself up over a breakout or for eating a piece of cake will only spike your cortisol levels and make things worse. This is not about perfection. It is about progression. There will be setbacks. The goal is to make healthier choices most of the time. Speak to yourself with kindness. Look in the mirror and acknowledge the strength of your body, its incredible ability to heal, rather than focusing on its temporary imperfections. And finally, you must become a detective. Your body is unique. While the principles I have outlined are universal, the specific application will be personal to you. Maybe dairy is a major trigger for you, but it isn't for your friend. Perhaps you need more omega-3s than the next person. Keep a simple journal. Note what you eat, your stress levels, your sleep, and the state of your skin. Over time, you will see patterns emerge. You will learn to listen to your body's specific messages. You will become the expert on you. So, my friends, we have traveled this path together. We have learned that clear skin is not born from a magic potion in a bottle, but from a series of daily, conscious choices. It is built at the dinner table with anti-inflammatory foods, in the bathroom with a gentle and consistent routine, in the bedroom with restorative sleep, and in the mind with a calm and patient spirit. This is a journey back to the basics, a return to treating your body with the reverence it deserves. Your skin is a reflection of your internal health. It is a canvas that tells the story of your lifestyle. You have the power to rewrite that story. You have the power to move from a narrative of frustration and shame to one of vitality and confidence. The path is clear. It requires dedication, but it is paved with the most powerful medicine of all, nature itself, supported by your own conscious action. This message of natural healing is too important to keep to yourself. If this video has resonated with you, if it has given you hope and a clear direction, I urge you to share it. Like this message, subscribe to this channel for more deep dives into holistic health. Share it with a friend, a family member, anyone you know who is struggling. Let's create a community of support, a wave of people taking back control of their health, one wholesome meal, one gentle cleanse, one good night's sleep at a time. Together, we can change the conversation from fighting acne to fostering radiant health from the inside out. Thank you.